Hello guys. I'm going to show you today how to copy a few files into one. This is mainly useful if you record on a camcorder that has flash memory. Some flash memory is limited to file sizes of 3.99 gigabytes. Some flash memory is limited to file sizes of 1.99 gigabytes. And a common problem when you record a long event, you get several files. I'll show you here. And they're all 3.99 gigabytes. And all the information is there. Some programs can put these files together seamlessly, but a lot of NLEs it can't read the B frames properly, so they miss a couple frames, or there's a little bit of missing audio, and it's a real tough cookie. So here I'll show you three files. This one is the first one. You can see there 1838, and it's the first file. This one is the second one. It's got a 1 there. Why it doesn't have a 2, I don't know, but it's the second one. This one is the third one. So you can see here 3.99 gigabytes, 3.99 gigabytes, and finally 1.31 gigabytes. And I think down here, well, I've got some more, but it's a real pain in the ass. And there's a simple way to just take these files, copy them into one file, and voila, there you go. You've got all your information. You've got about a 10 gigabyte file, and you don't need to mess with it. I'm not going to join these three today because I don't want to put another 10 gigabyte file on my hard drive. But the process I'll show you will work. I am going to join these two separate videos. This one's about 50 megabytes, and it's at the beach. And here's another one from the same day. Here's my grandpa. We all had a great time at the beach last year. I noticed last time I did that, it did not join these two files seamlessly, and I think that's because they were never meant to be together. If you want to join those, put them in editor and render them out. But these other files, as you can see, they share the same file name, and they were really meant to be together. So following this process should join files seamlessly as long as they were meant to be together. But for this demonstration, I'll just use these smaller files so I don't have to put another 10 gigabyte file on my hard drive. The first thing you're going to need to do is open command prompt. I've got it up here, but in case you need to find it, just type in COM and there's your command prompt. Working in Notepad can help. In fact, if you want to take some of the, I'm going to put the directions down here in the titles, and if you want to take that text and put it into a Notepad file, that kind of helps sometimes make things easier. On the text down here below, I will use an underscore to indicate wherever there's a space. In the command prompt, you have to put a space where there needs to be a space. It's case sensitive. Capital needs to be capital. Lowercase needs to be lowercase. So the underscore down here will indicate a space. There are no underscores in the command prompt. First thing you want to do is navigate to your files. As you can see, mine is over here, libraries, video, command folder. I named this one. But the first thing you have to do, and I've got my notes here, is type in CD/. CD/ is right above enter. Okay, now you should see something like this. C:// arrow. Now you type in and this should be on the notes down here. You type in CD space, and this is a backslash, I think, D space. Now I'm going to show you how to, an easy way, we all know where this is. You can try to write that down and put it into your notepad, but the best thing to do is just click anywhere up here, copy address. Here you go. You cannot use keyboard shortcuts in the command prompt. You have to right click and paste. Okay, I'm going to press enter. Now I have navigated to this folder here, which is in my videos folder. The next thing I'm going to have to do is follow my command to copy and join. So the first thing I need to do is find out if there's a space after this, and I've got to look in my notes here. I copied the one that worked. I actually copied and pasted it all on here, so I would have it for evidence, because it's kind of a tricky process. It took me a little while to figure this out. Anyway, let me see. Okay, so this was my address here. So what I want to type in, copy space backslash B space. Now I need to type in my file numbers. Now I've got these nicely labeled, 1 m2ts, 2 m2ts. For some reason, some file names don't work. These should work as they come off the camera because they're numbered sequentially. And I think the reason why sometimes it doesn't work is because if the files are not numbered sequentially, it doesn't work. I'm not sure. But anyway, in order to get this to work with these random files, I had to number them sequentially. So I've got 1 m2ts and 2 m2ts. Now here's a quick hint. If you're working with these crazy names and you don't want to have to look at each number and write it down, hope you got it right, right click, rename, and that will allow you to select all and copy. I'll show you just for good measure over here. And I don't really need to do this because it's pretty easy to type it in there, but I'll rename, I'll hit copy, and I'll go over here and paste. Now I need a plus. I'll put plus. Do the same thing over here. Rename, copy, paste. Okay. Now you can add 3 or 4 of these. You can add as many as you want, particularly if they've come out of the camcorder as you know, a long event or something, and you need to join them all together. So after I've done that, okay, I need to show the computer where to put this. So I put a space, and right now I've created a folder here, and I want the file to be dumped in there. So I'm going to copy the address, put it here, and paste it in. And inside this folder, as soon as I hit enter, should be the new file with both these files joined. Let's see if it works. Okay. Looks like that worked. Congratulations. Now I will tell you this. First of all, the file name is going to be the same as the first file name that you've inputted up here. There is a way to add right here a slash and then write the file name that you want it to be, but I think it's easier just to rename it merged m2ts. Rename it whatever you want. Why bother typing into the command prompt when you can just do it over here? If it makes things easier, I think if you just put another slash and type the name of the file you want it to be, that could work. So I tried this one other time. This is the second time I've done this video, because of course when you make these videos you always have to do it a second time to get it just right. And when I played it, there was a point right where the two came together where it kind of went off and did its own thing. I think that's got something to do with the B-frames. Thank those experts who produce video codec for, you know, making B-frames and all that. You saw that right there. You know, it makes the compression a lot easier and we get a lot more on our cards, but right there, yeah, it kind of falls apart. I assure you, though, at least in my experience, that when you do this with files that are supposed to be attached, it works seamlessly. The B frames and the A frames and the, you know, all that stuff line up so that it goes together very well. And this was actually, I found this on a website, and some guy had the same exact problem and got a response back from Panasonic, you know, that this is the way you can do it. Thank God those guys at Panasonic have figured out an easy, simple solution for an issue with a product they've created. So anyway, I'll put the text down here one more time. If it's easy, type it into Notepad. Notepad is generally what's used for command prompt stuff, the fonts or whatever. I don't know, it works. If not, you can just jot it down and type it right in here. But good luck with those files. I hope this helps. Maybe someday we'll have an easier solution. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.